People have always been interested in the extremes of human biology, like who is the tallest, who is the smallest, who is the fastest, and so on. When it comes to height, people who are taller than the rest of us have a special way of making us feel small. From ancient myths to current medical records, the tallest men in history have caught our attention and left a lasting mark. In this video, we'll take a look at the top 10 real-life giants, from ancient giants to modern basketball players. All of these people have hit incredible heights that most of us can only dream of. So, join us on this trip as we look at some of the biggest people who have ever lived. Surely, the video is going to be interesting. But before we move on to the video, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for regular updates. Let's get started. Number 10. Asadullah Khan, 7 feet 11 inch. Asadullah Khan is the tallest living man in India. He was born in 1988 and is 241 centimeters, 7 feet, 11 inches, tall. What's interesting is that no one in his family is taller than 5 feet, so it's not a family trait. Khan's life is shaped a lot by his poverty, which is sad, to say the least. Khan hasn't been doing very well, since he has to do odd, hard jobs to make a living. Since Khan is someone important in India, his life should be a lot easier. It's not though. It would be a good thing for the country's government to help the biggest people with money because they have special needs. Number 9. Bernard Coyne, 8 feet. Bernard is also one of the top 20 people who have ever grown to be 8 feet tall. Many sources say that he was 8 feet, 4 inches, tall when he died, but this is not proven. On his draw card for World War I, it said that he was 8 feet tall. Giantism also happened to him. He did not join the war, says the Guinness World Records book. He had to wear 24-size shoes because his feet were so big. In 1921, he died in Anthem. Number 8. Dharmendra Pratap Singh, 8 feet 1 inch. Born in 1983, Dharmendra Pratap Singh is known as the tallest man of India because he is 246 centimeters, 8 feet, 1 inch, tall. He was born in the Indian village of Narharpur, which is in the Pratapgarh district. Even though he is only 11 centimeters short of being the tallest man in the world, his height has brought him a lot of attention and fame, as well as some problems. Because he is taller than most people, it has been hard for him to find a good job and get marriage offers. Because of how tall he is, he has a lot of fans, and the Guinness World Records book even talks about him. But his height has also given him health problems, like extreme hip pain that forced him to have hip replacement surgery in 2019. Number 7. Don Koehler, 8 feet 2 inch. Imagine being 8 feet 2 inches tall and looming over everyone else. That was the situation with the 9th individual on our list who suffered from gigantism and grew to be the tallest man alive at the time. Even more impressive is the fact that he was born in the United States to parents who were of normal height. He turned down a chance to play basketball for the Harlem Globetrotters despite his extraordinary size. His exceptional height did come with health issues too, as later in life he experienced spine curvature brought on by kyphosis. He tragically passed unexpectedly in 1981, yet he is remembered for being one of the tallest persons in history. Number 6. Sultan Kosen, 8 feet 2.82 inch. Sultan Kosen, a farmer from Turkey, is the tallest living person in the world. His height of 8 feet, 2.82 inches, has won him several Guinness World Records. Kosen was born in 1982, and since 2014, he has split his time between farming and acting with the Magic Circus of Samo. Kosen is very tall, but he also has the biggest hand, 27.5 centimeters, and the second largest foot, 36.5 centimeters, in the world, according to the Guinness Book of World Records. Kosen had gigantism and acromegaly, which caused him to grow very tall, just like many other people who are very tall. Since Kosen's pituitary gland tumors were treated in 2010, he stopped growing in 2012. Number 5. Edouard Beaupre, 8 feet 3 inch. Edouard Beaupre was a very important person in Canadian history. He grew to be 8 feet, 3 inches, tall before he died too soon. At age 9, he was already 6 feet tall, which was very tall for a child. Even though he was tall, he was a good cowboy until he was 17. At that point, at 7 feet, 3 inches, he had to give up the job. Then Beaupre joined a circus and went on a world tour, lifting weights and even horses to show how strong he was. He died at the age of 23 because cancer made it hard for him to breathe. After he died, the University of Montreal wanted to study his body. This led to a court battle between his family and the university over who owned his body. The university finally decided to give Beaupre's body back to his family. Number 4. Franz Winkelmeier, 8 feet 6 inch. Franz Winkelmeier was born in Lengau, Upper Austria, in 1860 to a family of mercenaries. He became known for being very tall. After 14 years, his strange growth became clear. But it's not clear why this happened. Winkelmeier's height was legally measured by the famous doctor Rudolf Virchow in London. Even though Winkelmeier only lived for a short time, he made several public appearances and was even hired and given to Queen Victoria on June 22, 1887, in London. Even the biggest soldiers of Emperor Wilhelm looked small next to him because of how tall he was. However, Winkelmeier died of tuberculosis the very next month. He was put to rest in Lengau, his hometown. Number 3. John Carrol, 8 feet 7 inch. John F. Carrol is another person on our list who was a little shorter than 9 feet. During his short life, Carrol had a lot of different illnesses. After he turned 16, his body grew very quickly. By the time he died, he was almost 8 feet 7 inches tall. He had a chromgolic gigantism and bad kyphoscoliosis, which made his back hurt a lot. He had severe spinal curvature, and it was hard to measure him properly. Later, he measured 7 feet, 10 inches, due to the shrinkage of his spine. He passed away in 1969 in the war of many ailments he was suffering from. Number 2. John Rogan, 8 feet 9 inch. Before Robert Wadlon, who was 8 feet 11 inches tall, John Rogan was the biggest person in history. His growth was normal until he turned 13. After that, his height grew quickly and all at once. He couldn't walk or stand because of this growth spurt. John was told he had gigantism, a disease in which the body makes too many growth hormones. This made him very tall and led to ankylosis. At his peak, he was only 8 feet 9 inches tall and weighed 205 pounds. But by the time he died in 1905, he was only 105 pounds and was called the living skeleton. Number 1. Robert Wadlon, 8 feet 11 inch. Robert Wadlon was the tallest in history. American Robert grew until his death. His height caused a tragedy. His 8 feet 11 inch height made him famous but also killed him at 22. Robert is raised in 1918 in Alton, Illinois. His pituitary gland hypertrophy increased HDA output since birth. His height increased due to no treatment. He was taller than his father at 8 and needed a special desk at school. His height made him famous as the Alton Giant and Giant of Illinois by 1936. However, his height required braces, and a faulty brace hurt his ankle during a professional debut at Manistee. On June 27, 1940, he died from this infection. I hope you enjoyed the video. Do you know about these giants? If yes, tell us in the comments section which was it. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and stay tuned for more interesting videos.